So Liverpool's gone. I'm not surprised because after their first game of and let me say why I'm not surprised. It's not just because they struggled against PSG. All year, Liverpool has been winning. They haven't been losing. They've been winning or drawing, but mostly they've been winning by close margins. You know, score a goal here, score a goal there. They finally got into a game in which they couldn't score a goal, and they gave up a goal, and they lost by luck, penalty. Past 5 games, even in English league, Liverpool has not been holding the ball more than their opponents. Their opponents hold the ball more than them. The only thing is that they're well organized and they don't give up a lot of goals. And because of Salah, the work that Salah does, and Jota and Nunez, they always find a way to get at least one goal. But that style of play is not going to get you through Europe. You have to be dominant in Europe. You even have to be so dominant like Barcelona that you give up goals too. But you have to open up because this is the European. You can't win in Europe if you can't average more than 1.5 goals a game. And I think that's what hurt them. And also they have very good defensive midfielders they hold. But the way that Liverpool plays, the ball is always in transition. It's never in the midfield. They don't build up and create goals the way that Barcelona does. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I was a little surprised, not because of the fact that I expected them outrightly to beat PSG, because PSG they're a decent side and they have a lot of talented players. But PSG was a team in evolution. They're just bringing up some new, young stars. And I expected Liverpool, having wrapped up the Premier League, to start to play their stronger and better performances in the Champions League. I think they took PSG for granted, like you rightly mentioned, their goal scoring average had dropped. They were just winning games because they had to. They were not fantastic. They were not flamboyant. If you look at the last 3 or 4 games, they conceded possession to the opponent. They couldn't really control games as well as they did when the season started. And when I saw the first leg, PSG was so dominant, they had their goalkeeper to thank, that is Liverpool. So, and I said in my mind, if Liverpool plays like this in the return leg, PSV would beat them easily. In fact, they made Liverpool look very average in the first leg. And yesterday, they gave it a little bit more of a fight, but over the 2 legs, PSG deservedly won the tie.
Yeah. See, Liverpool only uses 2 people in midfield. What's his name? Szoboszlai. He's a midfielder.
Szoboszlai is an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, they only have Gravenberch. And PSG had Ruiz, Vitinha, and Neves.
João Neves. In fact, that Vitinha guy.
And then they moved Dembele into a central forward.
Central forward position. In fact, I think,
that's the problem. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah.
I think the guy that really won the game for them was that Vitinha guy. The guy was superb. He was excellent.
Yeah.
He was defending.
And also they held the ball 55% to 45%. And again, when they were playing in Paris, PSG had 68% of the ball. So what I'm saying, I'm not talking bad about Liverpool. Liverpool, football is like anything else. It's like mechanical, like with a car. When you change one part, you become weak in another part. That's just the way the world works. If you fix one thing, another problem. Liverpool's problem has been that they don't have, number one, they don't have creative midfielders. Number 2, they don't have holding midfielders. And they're both of their midfielders are more CDM type players. You get my point. So, and teams have shape in which they can overcrowd them in the midfield. So it's just a fact that in England you can win because you can draw. It's a long tournament. But in a knockout tournament, on any given day, if you don't score a goal and you're not able to produce high numbers, they haven't been producing a lot of goals. And this goes back to the thing again. It's the way they play football. They don't play with a central focal point as a striker. What they do is they play collective scoring. So it's kind of sad that they're out. We want to say congratulations to PSG, and it's fantastic the move they made by moving Dembele to the middle, because you always see Dembele in the right, but he wasn't.
It was a deceptive tactical move. The idea was to keep Liverpool defenders guessing. Sometimes he will go out wide, sometimes he will go back to the center forward position. And I think that made defending very, very difficult for Trent Arnold and Robertson. They just kept them guessing. And all those wide players of PSG, they're very good trippers. So they didn't give Liverpool fullbacks the opportunity to overlap.
Yeah, and join the attack. It's like when you're leading, like let's say Nigeria, when Nigeria beat
they control the midfield.
Yeah, and they make you change the ball, run around in circles.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, what are your thoughts on that game, Saeed? Also, congratulations. Before we go, your twin from Rafinha did well yesterday. Your twin. Go ahead.
No, Barcelona, but you know, like
No, but let's talk
just
about
like
Liverpool first. Yeah, okay. They
okay.
lost.
On the Liverpool game, let me not lie to you, I'm a little bit quite shocked because I was expecting since the second leg is going to be played on Anfield, so I was expecting an home advantage for Liverpool. But the way how compact PSG played yesterday, man, everybody, if you go online now, everybody is talking about how come PSG is now playing well now that there is no Messi, there is no Neymar, there is no Mbappe. They are playing as a team now. Their midfield is very solid. Their attack, their counter attack is very, very sharp and very, very precise. So I think it got Liverpool unaware. They didn't believe it. They were thinking that probably they'll be defending or something. So like that yesterday
But what do you
game,
think about the fact that Liverpool is a 1-0 winner? That's how they do all year. And you can't do that in Champions League. You have to be able to have open.
No, I think when it comes to Champions League, they are always playing a very careful game. They don't.
And then what it is, they lost by a coin toss. And even if they play a team like Barcelona or Real Madrid, the score will also be low. But the problem is that one day,
very conservative.
One day you'll be unlucky. Sometimes you have to take risks. So I think that's the case.
I even predicted that yesterday game to be for them to score more than 2 goals. Assuming I knew about this your own analysis, I wouldn't have even played it.
They gave up a goal.
I thought they were going to play like at least minimum 2-0 or something.
After they gave up the first goal, they should have played very much on the attack because you have nothing to do.
On the attack. That was 12 minutes. They considered very early. They
wanted to go all out or something. They wanted to take their chances with penalties. That's what they wanted to do. So that's what they got.
And Salah wasn't on a very good night.
Okay, let's go to